Welcome back, people, to a quick review of a new workbook I've got called the Palmer System or Palmer Writing Method Workbook. This is the book I bought, the new workbook. I miss a grind after doing the last Spencerian book. So to get this into context, Spencerian came before the Palmer System. The Palmer System was developed in the 1860s, I believe, based on the information in the book, and it sort of replaced the Spencerian system. Okay, so this Spencerian workbook, I advocate just get this book. You won't feel, you're getting a beefy workbook here that takes it took me 25 days to get through that. So I don't think this will take that long. I've read this cover to cover, and I've seen a few extra bits that, not too bad. Let's have a look what we get. We get a little bit of a introduction. We get the table of contents, happy days. We get a brief history of it. I believe that everything. So it was 1888. The Palmer method was introduced, 1888, and happy days. I think it took over from. He was born 1860. That was it. Aston or Aston. It says Aston or Austin Norman Palmer or Aston. It says Aston, isn't it? It says Aston. Or is it Austin? Aston. I can't say that word. I think it's Aston, isn't it? Aston Norman Palmer. Either way, let's crack on. It's all at 52 slants, which is fair dues. And then straight into, well, that's your history, posture, methods. There isn't a lot to read. Once you've read that first 6 to 7 pages, that's it, sides. Then you're straight into warm-ups. None of the warm-ups that you get in the book relate to the words or letters, formation of the letters, or even formation of words. These are for you to warm up the hand. So I'm intrigued to try these warm-up sessions, and I will probably, and it's something you're gonna probably want to carry on. So you've got these straight lines going up, these curves and straight lines. These ones, you're doing this up and down several times. The oval, you're doing several times and thingy, and then you're doing these ovals and a straight line as a combo. Do you know what I mean? You see that? So yeah, there's a lot of warm-ups and stuff. There's a few more warm-ups here. I suppose you have to draw these out to bring these down. You've got lines here, you've got different sizes of ovals, connected ovals in a tube, in a funnel, and then these warm-ups. On some more little warm-ups here, you've got E to the L, and you've got this lower the descender thing with a loop in between, and then you've got this like the F shape with like a descender and an ascender and a descender connected by curves, which is fair dues. I've seen that before. Now, what are the main differences that I've seen when I've read this book cover to cover between the Spencerian system and the Palmer system? Well, not much, because that there is almost Spencerian. What they haven't included in these lowercase letters, in any lowercase letter, or across the board inside this book, if I zoom in a little bit, in this book, right, is no lead-in strokes. So they aren't giving you the lead-in strokes, but you've got to imagine if there was a lead-in stroke there, that would be a Spencerian lowercase a, okay? A lowercase, there's Spencerian. They've changed the C, as you can see here. They've changed the C. Great. The B's the same. That's fine. The D's the same. I think, yeah. E's the same. F's the same. No difference there. We've got the G. No difference. H. Instead of having a definite gap between the main shank, as you can see there, you go up the shank and out, which is fair dues. There's just a slight change there for the H. I's the same. Let's have a look. J's the same. K's virtually the same. L the same. M the same. N the same. O the same. Fair dues. Yeah, I mean, this practice, these introduction to the letters, it's about manageable. These are manageable little grinds that you can do, but they aren't a major grind like that. And then they've changed also the R, you see. They've changed the R system to little swooping R, a bit like a copperplate R, really, ish. So it's almost like copperplate R, but I like that. Oh, it's not too bad. And then this is a little gripe I've got here, people. Maybe you can tell me, I'll zoom out a little bit. Maybe you can tell me what this is, because it goes QRST. What's this one? What's that one? Can you see that one? What's this one? I don't know what this is. This is R over here. So QR, QRSTUVWXYZ. What's this one? What is this? If you know what that is, please let me know, because if we turn the page, this one that you can see here, which we don't even know which one that is, we have no clue. There's your V over there. Can you see? There's your V, there's your W, there's your X, there's your X, there's your Y, there's your Z, and then here is a full list of the lowercase letters. And if you look very carefully at the one that says R, RS. Oh, right. So if we go P, Q, R, S, between the R and the S, right, they've got this thing, whatever that's meant to be. So that's a little gripe. I didn't like that. That then sends me, oh, I don't like that. So yeah, there's a bit of a difference when it comes to what the hell was that? Why include that? Don't get it. The uppercase letters, they've changed a few of them, but the majority of them are going to be Spencerian. They could have been, what's this? This is another one. That there, people, is meant to be an F. That's an F. That is an F. They could have improved the F. In fact, they've made, in the Palomar system, they've made that F worse. That's crap. To me, it's just crap. I don't get it. The G's the same. There's no difference here. They could have improved the capital I, but they didn't. So that's what they could have done. They could have improved the capital J, but they didn't. So that J and the I are the same as Spencerian. No differences. No differences. These M, capital N, yeah, they are swooping below the line like that. That's fair dues. No difference there really. The O to this one is a bit more kinder because it's probably it's nicer. It's more rounder, a more rounder O. Other than that, people, the P is the same. They could have improved the capital Q, but they didn't. That's the capital Q again from Spencerian. Oh well. Capital S, that's fine. The capital T's been changed slightly. So other than those few, they're all virtually the same as Spencerian. There they are in its entirety if you take on the page. Yeah. So yeah, it's a thing, and then you move on to numbers, a little page of numbers, but they're just non-existent. And then we move on to basically the meat of the book, which is, if I get the camera up, the meat of this book is the sentences, where you have to write over these two lines. That's it. That's one line. These are grayed out, these two lines, and then you keep repeating it and repeating it, and then you keep repeating these sentences. So once you practice the letters, you move on to these things called sentences. So you have to go over the grey lines first and then write it yourself. Fair dues. I'll have a stab at this. You know me in a good grind. It's probably teaching yourself, but I will do all these. It's just non-stop. The book is virtually full of sentences to practice. So take your time, I think, and then it goes free text exercises. So I'm assuming they're going to ask a question. So this is like a question they're giving you what are the qualities you admire most in a friend, and then you write the qualities that you think. So you're making your own sentences based upon that question. Then there's another one. Write about the value of education in your life. Fair do. So you write about that. Then what are the qualities you admire most? Oh, it's the same one. Okay. Write about a place you would love to visit and why. It's different. That's fair dues. That's that one. That's fair dues. And then you come to the end of the book. Do I think it's worthy? I don't know yet. I think it is, because it is a developed system in 1888 that replaced the Spencerian system. But because I did this book anyway, yeah, which I advocate highly, I don't know about this. I'm going to have to possibly do a comparison later on, once I've finished this book and I've got the Palmer system into my hand, and then write the same piece of text, one in Palmer or Palmer, and then one in Spencerian, and then compare which one I fancy, which one does look good. I think, based on what I'm looking at, it's basically Spencerian with a few changes. That's what the Palmer system is. So if you want to learn Spencerian better, I think Spencerian is a better system than the Palmer. I just do. It is, it is the one. But there is going to be some merits in this one. There is going to probably be some little bits what I like better than Spencerian. They've improved the C. They've improved some other capitals as well. But the warm-up exercises, I'm intrigued to try them out. I'm intrigued to try these out. Either way, people, on the face of it, my verdict is it's worth a try. It's worth, I think it's about 10 quid, something stupid, something like that, 13 quid. 10, 13 quid. Either way, is it worth it? It is, because I wanted another grind and I wanted to learn the Palmer writing system. So here you go, people. I will look forward to showcasing more Palmer system alongside the Spencerian system later. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now. Bye.